Hi, welcome you all to another session with Vijay Karna. In this session, we'll be reviewing Nifty Spot as on 25th March 2017. We'll be reviewing the Nifty Spot with respect to volume spread analysis. First, let us determine what the trend is. Now, from moving average perspective, the price has been above all short-term, medium-term, and long-term moving averages. As you can see here, this is 21-day moving average, 50-day, and this is 200-day, and this is 100-day moving average. And clearly you can see from 30th December, the price has never breached the 21 DMA, which is the green line. This indicates that the Nifty is in a strong uptrend. Now let's review from uptrending channel perspective. Now here, as you can see, the blue lines indicates the uptrending channel. This uptrending channel has a very good slope. However, during the first week of March, the Nifty has breached this uptrending channel and moved into another channel with these red lines with a lesser slope. This indicates that the momentum is reducing in the move. So the trend seems to be tiring a bit. Now let's move on to the volume spread analysis. As you can see here in this rectangle, we had a double bottom, and almost for 2 months from mid-November to mid-January, there was a good consolidation. And this is where the smart money has accumulated. After the accumulation, there was a markup, then a reaccumulation, then one more markup, and one more reaccumulation. However, the interesting study starts from this point onwards. We have a high volume average spread up bar closing on the lows, as pointed out by the mouse here in yellow, which indicates that the supply is overwhelming the demand. However, the following bar showed strength despite lower than the average volume. I have zoomed in now, and as you can see, the volumes started rising. I'll mark it up. Here, the volume started rising. Then there was a mini up move from this point to here. So volume started rising with narrow spreads, indicating exhaustion of the up move. This is where I suspect the smart money has started their distribution in this move up. Up to here, it was accumulation, but from here onwards, I suspect the distribution. On Friday before the election results were announced, we had a no demand bar. Here you can see the close is nearly at 50% of the spread, and here the volumes were the lowest for a long time. But as the sentiment improved after the election results were announced, a high volume, narrow spread up bar with huge gap up, closing in the middle again, has indicated that the supply is overwhelming the demand. As you can see here, this is a high volume and this is a narrow spread bar that closed almost at the middle. So by itself is not a weakness. We need to look at the next bar. However, the following bar, as highlighted here, also didn't show strength. Then another low volume narrow spread up bar followed, and by itself it doesn't portray any strength. Then the smart money was able to mark up the next bar. As you can see here, it opened gap up but almost closed within the lowest 30% of the bar. So this indicates the supply is again overwhelming the demand. So this clearly indicates that the distribution is in process. And the next bar is a climax down bar. Here we had huge sell volumes and an average spread. This bar becomes important in the context. Range of this bar will be an important resistance for the next up move. However, the next bars are with narrow spreads and decreasing volumes. As you can see here, they are with narrow spreads as well, and even the volumes are also decreasing. Since the volumes are decreasing, there is not much supply, and there was a feeble up move later. But again, this is a feeble up move because the volumes were not as high as expected. So even this up move may be unsustainable as volumes are less and spreads are also narrow. Effectively, this zone becomes a good resistance zone for any up move. And 9,000 to 8970 may be a good support zone going forward. In summary, my view is that smart money is in distribution mode and we can see more volatility in the near term. Hence 9120 to 9220 as marked here, the pink zone, will be the resistance zone going forward. And 9,000 to 8970 is a good support zone. When I say near term, it is a 5-day horizon. In the short term to medium term perspective, when I say short term, it is going to be 4 weeks time and medium term is 3 months time. So in that perspective, there is a likelihood of Nifty spot revisiting 8,820 to 8,700 before the next good move into 9,500 to 10,000 zone is possible. I believe that any visit to sub 8,900 to 8,800 is a good investment opportunity for accumulation of good stocks. I believe this retracement will be healthy for markets to recoup and gather the momentum for bigger up moves. Don't get panicked with bearish proponents who may forecast 8,000, 7,000 and 6,000 targets with every 100 to 150 point intraday trips. So no need to panic, but see that you accumulate the stocks when there is a good retracement. Thank you.